The biggest rapper in the world.
These niggas, yeah, Drake. Drake. The nigga that got bodied by Pusha T. The nigga that's hiding his kid from the world, but his world wanna hide from the kid. Aubrey Graham in a wheelchair. Drake.
Yes.
Y'all niggas better stop playing with me.
Text me the plug, I got to get with ya. Systematic breakdown like you dancing. Camera and that gun shooting two different kind of cannons.
L.EYE.P, y'all, just came on here to talk about the hottest topic right now, which is Soulja Boy's Breakfast Club interview. I watched the thing in its entirety. I think it's a great interview, drawed a lot of attention, and I want people to think about before they laugh at him like he's worth 30 million. Just go Google the net worth of most of your favorite artists. Like these guys like worth like $500,000. And he said a lot of controversial things that got people, you know, making memes and laughing at the kid. But when you really look at it, most of what he say is true. The digital age that we in now, like people thought it was goofy when he did it, but that was the beginning of those 360 deals. You start seeing artists, labels signing the people to 360s. And like when Joe Budden asked Lil Yachty, did he know how his deal was structured, he got mad, but in reality, this is true. You're starting to see that he set the mold for an artist that blew virally through the internet. When he was speaking about that specific time, I remember like keeping up with some of the artists that were unsigned at the time. It was like Nicki, Drake, 2 Chainz, Waka, Gucci. They was all signed like under Deb Antony really before they all blew. From his perspective, he probably done seen a lot of these artists come and go, and just speaking from a business perspective, when you think about him being worth $30 million, wrote his own first records out the gate, produced his own records, and pretty much never took one of those bum deals. And he is right, he did change the game when it comes to that. And a lot of these artists really can't wrap their mind around it. You know what I'm saying? It's like people laughed at 21 Savage, 21, and just the way he looked until you figured out this dude owned all the rights to his music and made a lot more than your favorite artist off this music, which is something that's been done for a long time. E40, Master P, we all know those dudes like been independent for years and pretty much was getting the majority of the money back off the work that they was doing. Some of those artists didn't sign with her, you know, some of them went and did their own thing, started their own labels, or just went a different direction. At that time, he probably was trying to sign some of those artists or get them under his wing, so to speak, or under his imprint, because he had the money to do it. So from his perspective, he probably had like watched a lot of artists come and go. And you know, when it comes to Tiger, I mean, think about it. Tiger worth 3 million net worth. Soulja Boy worth 30. So he probably look at him in a whole different light when it comes to business and making deals. Which me personally, I'm happy to see all these young dudes get paid. I mean, it's a lot more than what the average person make with $30,000-$40,000 in the household. So never want to laugh, you know what I'm saying, and try to belittle what some of these people are out here doing. But at the end of the day, like, we got to stop like eating our own, you know, like say America eat the young, like when we really do. Think about having some of your friends at a young age try to like rob you, kill you, and steal all your millions when you're taking care of them, when you're feeding them. It's probably a different feeling. Like, so when you see him like drugged up sometime, numb to the pain, he probably got a lot on his chest, a lot on his mind. Really feel like you can't trust anybody, even the people that you came up with. I mean, I know personally, if I ran into somebody like that, you know, tell them what type of snake stuff would happen, you know what I'm saying, around my friends or family. I mean, everybody talk about keeping a small circle or whatnot, but you put that much money in play, you never know what people gonna do. So, you know, just like the R. Kelly situation, you know, we all seen the sex tape, we all seen the laughed at the Dave Chappelle show, we all knew he was dating Aaliyah, underage girls, and it's like a running joke until 10, 15 years later, you see this situation that happened. Like, we all got blood on our hands when it comes to these situations. So like if something happened with Soulja Boy on one of these artists, or somebody get in their feelings and shoot somebody or do something like that, like we all as a community like really eating that loss, like not just that artist, like not somebody to point the finger at on TV, because you know it's got to be somebody that step into the situation and like OG the situation and say, look, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of words got said, handle behind closed doors, because you know we laughing at these dudes on TV making fun of them, but every time you share these viral clips of somebody who you don't like or you making fun of, you really making them money in the new digital age. So, you know, you probably got a friend or a family member that's started a business, or an artist, do music, clothing, or whatever it is they do hair, and you probably skip and scroll right past some of the work that they do, and then you see somebody who you don't like, somebody who you think is garbage, but you reshare it and make fun of it, but you make them hot. And another good example of that is that Cash Me Outside girl, the Bad Baby. People laughed at her until she went viral. Now you see her music. She got so many followers. You see people putting money behind it and have like songs on the Hot 100 and stuff like that. So people gotta be real careful at what you laugh at nowadays, because like Blueface, like people's laughing thinking it's funny, to next thing you know he signed with Whack 100 and this dude is like the next big artist or whatever. Basically because it's really now like 6ix9ine, like it's about being an entertainer, more about being entertaining than being popular, or actually just generate interest in more than it is about the content that people are putting out. So as much as you like laughing at these train wrecks, you really making them hot and making them money, to like really they laughing at you, like you still gotta get up and go to your job the next day. And these young people is like now celebrities and famous, and gonna be, their name gonna hold value of some sort for a long time to come. So it's just my 2 cents on it, man. Like if you got people out here that's doing business or entrepreneurs, like do not laugh at them, do not make fun of them, because it's really hard to get out here on your own and try to like generate something new and popping for yourself. That's the name of the game, like generational wealth, residual income, something that we always talk about, the people that I be around. So, you know, just being a person that's been out there and created their own brand or created their own business and been out there and had people laugh, you know what I'm saying, at some of the products that you sell. And it's something that I can personally speak to, being an entrepreneur, because I remember like selling the Chinese versions of the Fitbit and smartwatches, and people thinking it was goofy until like a year or 2 later you realize like, where is the Fitbit? Give me some feedback, tell me what y'all think about it, man. Yeah, I'm out. L.EYE.P.